Hello guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked the previous video, please do like it. And when you're done watching this video, please do like it as well. Let's just go straight to the point. So today's video is about trades that I took yesterday, which was on Tuesday, 24th of January, and then trades that I took today, which is Wednesday, right? So yesterday's trades, I missed one, which I didn't show in the video, and then I was able to capture one, which made me a cool, I think 8% or so. And then today's trades, which also made me a cool 8% as well. So I just wanted to take the chance and share what I have to do for you guys, okay, to you guys. So just watch, enjoy, have fun, stay blessed. So I'm going to go over two trades. There's a trade that I missed on Tuesday. I'm just going to go over it, and then I'll go over trades that I took today. Today was a good day. So let's go over the trade that I took from today's Wednesday. I took it yesterday, Tuesday 24th. Yeah, today's 25th. Okay. So let's go. No time to waste. Okay. So yesterday's trade, so this was the 4-hour setup that I took yesterday. So let's go over and find out exactly where and how it looks like on the charts, so that we can just reenact what happened yesterday, so I can explain exactly what I was looking for when I took those trades. So this was where we were. We're in this push. We're coming down somewhere in this push, right? So you could see that we're still bullish. The counter trade against the 4-hour. So let's just go back and mark it out here. So this was that previous high, that low, that high, this low, and this was that high I was talking about. So in relation to this high, our trade was kind of counter trend, therefore each trend, right? Our trade was taking in this candle, within this candle. So let's just go down and break it down. So we know that our 4-hour is bullish, right? So that's what I usually do. 4-hour is bullish, and I know that I'm going counter after the 4-hour. So let's just go straight to it and find out exactly how I took the trade. This was where we were, right? This is where we were after all this rubbish. And just mark out after all this. This is just rubbish. Look at the time period from 2:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. something like that. So the beautiful thing was that when I saw the market break this low right here, I knew that we're going down. I just knew that we're going down. So the very first trade that I wanted to take was this pullback, this 15-minute pullback into this other block. Let me draw it properly. So it was this 15 minutes. You see how this wick entered into the other block and then it dropped. That's where I wanted to take the trade, but I missed down, right? So I was like, no, I'm not going to miss the next trade. I have to take the next trade, and the next trade was right here, right? So we made this, we broke this low, right? And then we came down straight from this high all the way down to make this low. So I was just waiting for a pullback, right? That was all I was waiting for, a pullback, and I was praying for it. I was praying for the pullback to come. So the pullback came straight into this other block. So that was the first level I was looking for, to see if I'll get a confirmation to take the trade, right? So this was where the market came into. So 15 minutes is bearish, right? And the 15 minutes we are taking is counter. Remember, the 4H is bullish, so it's very risky. It's a very, very, very risky. Remember that the trade we're taking was a counter for each trend. So once the 15-minute order flow range pro trend is validated, then we take the trade, and that's what we're about to do. And you can see it's in red. That's a very risky trade. So this is the algo that I designed to help me trade. I don't think when I'm sitting behind the market, it's just an algorithm. I see this, I market, I see this, I market, I go to the next, and then I market. Right, that's how it is. So remember, this is a very, very low probable trade. So I was going to take every precaution that I possibly can in order to manage this trade to fruition. That was my main aim. I didn't want to lose on this trade, and I was expecting not to lose on this trade. But it's still a 4-8 counter trend trade, so it's a very, very risky one, right? So this was the pullback I was waiting for. So now let's go back to 1 minute and look for this trade. How exactly did I take this when it came back? What confirmations was I looking for within the zone, right? So let's do this. Okay. So this was the zone, right? So the market pulled back beautifully into it. Like just look at it, and you can see that if we refine, the exact refinement isn't clear. It's not clear. So that's why I usually leave out the entire zone marked out. So fine is your focus. You start to narrow down your focus. When you trade and you gain experience, it gets to a time that you get excellent at refining stuff, and that one you can do it without any hesitation. But at the moment, just leave the entire zone. Even no matter how big it is, just leave it and play within it. So the market came back and came up into our zone beautifully, pulled back into this other block, and it failed. And that was the signal, bro. That was the signal that I wanted to enter the trade. So I wanted to enter somewhere, but I missed it. Well, you see how it's not good to not be focused when you're trading. So I missed the trade, and then it came back down. And when it came back down, my worry was not on this block, because this block rejected the market strongly. It rejected it strongly. And when it came back, it took out this again. So we went bullish, right? And since we went bullish, I was just now waiting for us to switch back bearish, just like that. Once we switch back bearish, I'm in it, right? So the market came down, moved back up, came back down, moved back up. So when we were within the leg, I was just waiting. I didn't want to, if I miss it, fine, let it go. I don't care. There are more trades to take. So I was waiting, and then I was so lucky that the market really came back. So when it came back, it made this high, right? It made this low, made this high. Then it beautifully came to reject this other block and it failed. Once I saw the failure, that was it. I just took the trade. I just took it. Once I saw this failure, I took it on this book. And then I kept my stop loss way above. I mean, let's go and look at the trade. So this was the 15 minutes. Like this was the 15. And then it got, so you can see after this other block, after this reaction failed, that was my flip zone. So I was just waiting for the market to come out. So once it came back, I took it. You can see exactly where my entry was. 1.08720. 1.08720. Check this one. Okay, 1.08720. Let's just input the details. 1.08720. Exactly. And my stop loss was 8775. There you go. So that was a 5.5 stop, and then my take profit was 8500, right? That was all. 22 tips. Easy, it's quick. Is the risk reward amount of this, right? I had a beautiful 4% trade. It was so amazing. It was a beautiful 4% trade, and I wanted to post this earlier on, but I don't know. I was able to get to recording this video as soon as possible. So this was a beautiful 4% trade, and it was amazing. I mean, it was amazing. So that was the previous trade. Now let's go back to the trade that I took today, right? Because that's the most important actually. That was an excellent trade as well. So let's just go over the same price action. It's the same price action. So you're just playing within the prices. That's all. Like, let's follow the trend. Follow who moves the road. Follow the momentum. Follow the market. Just don't do things counter to what the market is doing. I mean, you can take counter trades, but you have to be very careful. Okay, so for today's trade, today is Wednesday, 25th January. For today's trades, the same principles. This was the high, this was the low. This high, made this low, made this high, made this low. So after we made this low, I was expecting this market to continue going low, but it failed. So when it failed, the only thing I was kind of looking for was to go bullish, was to do the exact thing that the market wants to do. It wants to go bullish, so I just wanted to go with the momentum, I wanted to go with the trend, right? So after making this low and making this high, today I was just waiting for a pullback into this zone for me to take my long, right? So I was just waiting for the reason for me to long from this point. That's it. That's just what it is. A simple structure, a simple order. You can call it structure, you can call it order flow, you can call it highs and lows. You can call. I mean, it's the same thing that happens. I mean, you make it high, you make it low, you make it high. We are just trying to capture the pullbacks. That's all. I mean, we are trying to find a level within this leg that this market might stop at, or a level within this leg. If you want to call it support and resistance, that's fine. I mean, this is a resistance. And so you're looking for the markets to come and find support somewhere around there. You understand? I mean, so it's the same principles, whether support and resistance, whether flow, whether highs and whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. Don't let people use fancy names to lure you into taking their courses and all that. It's just marketing strategy and all that. Okay, so after making this high, making this low, making this new high, and making this new low, I mean, I didn't know this was a low, right? We're waiting for it to become a low to be confirmed that it's a low. So I was expecting the low to come. So I marked down my zone where I was expecting the low to get to, right? So that was my 4 hour. My 4 hour is bullish, so I want to take the bullish trade. And remember, the algo, where are we? This is the current expansion of the 4 hour leg. That's the best setup. It has the highest risk reward and it has the best risk reward. You understand? It has the highest hit rate and then it has the best risk reward. So that's just what I was waiting for, and I was waiting to take my 15 minutes order flow range. So I was just waiting for it to pull back into my zone, right? So let's go down to the 15 minutes and continue. Let's get this done very shortly. Okay. So the first thing, perfect. So we can see the zone is right? So we pull back into the zone perfectly. Pull back into the zone. So once we came back into the zone, I was waiting for a reason to confirm that the market no longer wants to pull down, but it wants to start going up, right? So that's all I was just waiting. I was waiting for my confirmation. I saw the confirmation. I mean, I'm not going to mention the confirmation, but it's right there. You can see it. You can see it well. Well, so after I got my confirmation, so we broke this. We broke this, right? We broke this. So just now the same thing I did on the 4H. Marked out this level. It was broken, so I was just now waiting for the same thing that happened on the 4H. We had this low, we had this high. I was just waiting for the pullback. And I mean, these are trades that are very, 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 very high probable. And so for this trade, in fact, it's the yellow one, not even this. It's actually at a 4H point of interest, right? And I'm just waiting for that 15-minute chalk or 15-minute break of structure, 15 minutes changing the order flow, 15 minutes, whatever it is that you want to call it. Because so many people have different names for this stuff, and they create fancy names every single day for this stuff. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it 15 minutes. Let's get together. You can call it Well, don't mind. Let's go straight. Okay, so after making this high, we pulled back, right? I was just now waiting for another, and this is my favorite order block. This guy is my favorite order block. So I just pulled it out and I was waiting for a reason to enter a buy trade in here. I was going to take only a buy trade. Come on, this is so obvious. So went down to my confirmation time frame, just now waiting to pull the trigger, right? Just now waiting to pull the trigger. I was just now waiting for the same thing I saw in the 15 minutes. I was waiting for that same thing I saw in the 15 minutes. That's what I was waiting for. Just show it to me and I'll take the trade. And as you can see beautifully, it was shown. It was shown. I'm not going to point it out, but it was shown. So I took the trade. I entered the trade at 87.28. 87.28 is over there. Let's just edit this. 87.28. 1, 2, 3. And my stop loss was 5 pips. Everybody knows me. I'm the 5 pip guy. I don't do anything less than 5 pips. I mean more than or less than 5 pips, right? So I took this, and my take profit was way up there. But let's not go too far. Let me just explain this. So after the market came all the way high, I had to do something. So I didn't want to do. I went break even, and you can see what happened. I was stopped out. I was stopped out from break even, and it was sad, right? So I had a notification that I've been stopped out. And I mean, if you have a strategy and you're trading, just follow it. Understand? So I came back and I looked at this, and I realized the way to go. This is where I would put like this. Okay, this is where I was stopped out, right? Right there. This is where I was stopped out. So let's go to 15 minutes. I'll show you exactly what happened. So you see, this week. I hope you can see this week. I hope you can see. It was so funny, man. Yep. So this was my entry on this 15-minute candle. This 15-minute pullback stopped me out and then started going back up. And I was like, dude, come on, you can't do this to me, right? So I cycled between the time frames to see the structure because the structure will always provide another opportunity, right? So I was just waiting for that opportunity to come so that I could get in again. So I was using the 5 minutes time frame now, and then what I wanted to do was just to get an opportunity to get back into the market. That was what I was waiting for. And beautifully and thankfully, thankfully too, I was able to get a trade at 87.88. 87.88 is right there. Yep. And let me show you exactly. I'm not going to show you exactly what I was looking for. For my trading plan, that's it. I didn't need to look for any other confirmation, bruh. That's it. So 87.88 was the level I was looking for. 83.88 is right there. And you know me, I'm the 5 pip guy. I went for my 5 pips. And off we go. The market just boomed in my direction. So with this trade, I realized that my stop loss was supposed to be below this low, right? And I realized that I was kind of too far away. So what I actually did was instead of going for the 5 pips, I went for a 4.5 pip. You understand? I already told you I don't do anything there. I mean more than 5 pips, right? So it was a 4.5 pip that I actually went for, and I was targeting a 1:10. I was targeting the 4H highs because we have 4H is bullish, 15 minutes is bullish, 1 minute is bullish. So all I'm doing is targeting the 4H highs. That's what I'm trying to do. So I was actually targeting my usual 50 pip targets, right? Let's delete this and go up. So my usual 50 pip target was let's just pull this out like this. Right. So this was the previous 4H high right there. Okay, this was the previous 4H high, this guy. But I felt like we'll be coming up all the way to get this guy. Understand? So that was where my 1 into 11.11 was. This, if you follow me on IG, you saw that I posted 11 to 11. I mean, this was the whole reason behind the trade, right? But I realized that, come on, it's going to. I don't force the market to do stuff. Right? I just follow what the market gives me, and the market is the strategy I'm using. I'm supposed to put my take profit over there because it's a 4H high, right? So all I did was, and when I saw that, I didn't put a take profit there, right? I was just waiting for the market to get here, and then I'll manually close out some, and then I'll leave some profits to run. So when I saw the market spike all the way above this, I was like, nah, like based on the close of this. Of this particular candle, I might see the markets want to pull back down, and I don't want to leave the money on the table just like this. I need my account to grow, right? So what I did was, when I saw the spike, I waited for the close, and when I saw the close below this level, I wasn't so confident. So when this candle opened and pushed all the way back up here, I think I was so lucky I was able to get it all the way up here. Then I closed out completely. I closed out for the 1 is to that was around 8.5, 8.5. 8.6, 8.5, yep. So somewhere there, 8.51. So this trade was a beautiful 1 to 8.51, and I mean, it was amazing. I just hope that I can, keep the momentum, get more trades like this. I mean, because the dollar we haven't really seen the momentum kicking yet. This is usually not how trades are. I mean, we get trades that boom, like 1 is to 50, 1 is to 49, 1 is to 80. Those kind of trades, 1 is to 20. You can get 1 is to 20, 1 is to 20, 1 is to 20, 1 is to 20, 5 times, boom. Those are the kind of trades I'm waiting for. But the markets, I don't know, the momentum is just dead for now. So yeah, so basically those were the trades I took for today, and it was an amazing day. Yeah. So like I always say, remember, sharks take large positions, The bulls make money, the bears make money, the pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig, okay? Just the best of traders are those. I mean, regardless of you making money or losing money, the best of traders are those that follow their trading plan. I hope you follow the trading plan.